Welcome to our channel. Let's start the day with kindness, and the end goodness will flowing from you to yourself.
Not having time for philosophy means being a true philosopher. The final process of reason is to admit that there are infinite things beyond it. Nothing is more compatible with reason than this resistance of reason. I am of the opinion that, if everyone knew what everyone else was saying about him, there would not be 4 friends in this world. It is really evil if it is full of faults, but it is an even greater crime to be full of them and not to recognize them, for that adds further error to voluntary illusion. To judge that perception belongs, because science belongs to the intellect. Intuition is part of judgment, the mathematics of intelligence. The weather and my mood have little to do with it. I have my hazy and beautiful days within me. My prosperity or misfortune has nothing to do with this matter. There are only 2 kinds of people, those who really think they are sinners and those who really think they are righteous. Law, without coercion, is powerless. We only play, duplicate, contradict, we both hide and disguise ourselves. Beauty is a harmonious relationship between something in our nature and the qualities of objects that please us. A crowd that is not brought together to act as one, is confused. Unity that does not come from the crowd is tyranny. Small thoughts relate to the extraordinary, big thoughts to the ordinary. It is uncertain that everything is uncertain. There are some who speak well and write badly, because the venue and the audience warm them, and draw from their minds more than they would have thought without that warmth. In every action we must look beyond action to our past, present, and future circumstances, and to the other people it affects, and see the connection of these things. And then we will be very careful. How strange is the picture of vanity, it attracts admiration by resembling the original we do not admire. Nature has made all its truths independent of one another. Our art makes the one dependent on the other. But this is unnatural. Each has its own place. Spend their time chasing balls or bunnies, it is the sport of kings. While we are accustomed to using bad reasons to prove natural effects, we are unwilling to accept good reasons when they are found. The virtue of a man should not be measured by his efforts, but by what he usually does. The eternal silence of this infinite space terrifies me. Sincerity is enthusiasm tempered by reason. Imagination throws everything away. It creates beauty, justice and happiness, which are everything in this world. Nothing is agreed upon as mediocrity, the majority have defined it and fixed it on anything beyond it by any means. One must love God and hate only oneself. I have found that all human evil stems from this. Man cannot sit still and quiet in a room alone. In every action we must look beyond action to our past, present, and future circumstances, and to the other people it affects, and see the relationship of these things. And then we will be very careful. Knowing the desires of the ruler of every person, we are sure to please him, yet each has his own delusion, contrary to his actual good, in the notion he has of good. The last thing found in composing a work is what should come first. The heart has reasons unknown to reason. A heart that understands God and not reason. That is faith. God is seen with the heart, not by the mind. The last thing you find yourself working on a book is knowing which one to put first. We sail in wide scope, drifting on in uncertainty, driven from end to end. We never lived, but we hope to live. Justice and truth are two things so subtle that our instruments are too dull to touch them accurately. If they reach that point, they will destroy it, or lean on all, more on the wrong than on the right. Justice and power must go hand in hand. So whatever is fair will probably rule, and whatever is powerful will probably be just. When we see a natural style, we are all surprised and pleased, because we are expected to see a writer, and we hope to find a man. I admire with boldness what these people do to speak of God. Superstition pins its hopes on formality, but it is arrogant to refuse to submit to it. Life is happy when it starts with love and ends with ambition.
Thank you for stopping by our channel. See you next time. Bye.